When we last encountered Reggie, he was being cradled in the arms of one of the possibly forest folk that inhabits the woods, the unknown woods that he's in. He had attempted to rescue this person, or this we'll call it a person, and unfortunately had failed. Ambushed, and then through some rather poorly executed attacks, he was knocked unconscious. So as a result, the person who he was trying to rescue, in a quirky twist of fate, ended up rescuing him. So we need to find out who this person is. Is it actually somebody that, are they human, or are they one of the woodland folk? So we will ask the Oracle, and that will let us know. So we have 77, so that's greater than 26. So yes, it is a woodland creature. Let's find out a little bit of information. So what we might look at doing is getting some descriptors. We'll find out what the role is first. 52 is a leader. Their goal, 35, sees power. And what sort of personality are they? 86. That is sick. And lastly, what sort of disposition do they have? 52. Wanting. So we're going to say that this is a dryad. 1 to 50 male, 51, so it's female. Now I'm not one for character voices, so I'll try my best. The name of this dryad is Vinicia. So Reggie's slowly coming back into consciousness. He can feel his energy slowly coming back to him. He's still not in the. He's still not in the best of condition. His health is 0. His momentum is 3. Who are you? Where am I? My name is Vinicia, and I am a local here. I am the leader of my clan. I appreciate the help that you tried to give. I'm sorry. I was disorientated from. I'm not sure what happened. I was in a different area. I don't even know where I was, and suddenly I'm here. I came across a clearing, and then tried to I tried to fend off some skeletons that were attacking. Yes, I was watching you, but why you did not rescue me as such? You gave me time to put out the flames. I must apologize for that. Is there a way that I may be able to, make this up to you? My clan was we were the chief clan of these woods, and a rival used an opportunity on me when I was sick, and they took control of these woods. So what would you like me? I would like you to secure my place and my clan's place in its rightful place. But I'm no speaker. I'm no warrior. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as it is done. But why can't you do it yourself? You have magic? Surely you would be able to wrest control back. Unfortunately, I have become sick. The grove that gives me strength was the one that was set afire. And I am not strong enough to be able to get that control back. But I have a certain skill set. If you don't mind how it's done, I will do it. Yes. It does not matter to me. My clan is suffering. How we get back there doesn't matter. Then I accept. Then, Venetia, I swear that I will do everything I can to put you in your rightful place, to put your clan in its rightful place. So at this point, we have another vow. So this vow is going to be to reinstall Venetia's clan. It's only going to be dangerous. But I am weak. I am in no condition to do this right now. That is all right. We are in my secondary glade. While my magic is still not as strong, I still have some magic here. Stay here and gather your strength, and when you are able, head deeper into the woods that way. you will eventually find a magical glade. We're going to use the location oracles, the place oracles, to get some information on what the place may be. Okay, so we will roll 88. So the first part of our location is that it's actually on a hill. And then 48. What's descriptive about this? Oh, it's mystical. Okay, so if you entered the woods when you were strong enough, there is a mound. A hill that is sacred to my clan, Lancilla, the Dryad, and whose clan it was that overthrew us. She should be found near there. Then, as soon as I am ready, I swear that one way or another, you and your clan will take its rightful place back in these woods. So, first thing I need to do though is I'm going to make a camp. My supplies are still at 5, as I have not yet had an opportunity to use them. So that goes, I'm adding my supply, so 6 goes to 11, so that becomes a strong hit. On a strong hit, I can choose 2 of the following. I can take 1 health, I can suffer 1 supply and take +1 health, I can relax, take a spirit, focus, take 1 momentum, or I can prepare. So I think overnight he feels safe, he feels secure, so he's going to recuperate and just partake. He will recuperate, which will then give him 1 health, so that takes him up to 1, and then while he's got these healing cells on him, he will partake and just sit there and relax and let that healing get inside him, and that will give him a 2nd point of health, so his health's now at 2. So it's a restful night. So his health is now at 2, but his supply now becomes 4. The next morning, he is awakened feeling slightly refreshed. He still doesn't feel quite strong enough, and other than the food and what he had on him, he needs a weapon. So he's going to make a resupply roll, not for getting any really supplies, but this is more about making a bow, using the resources around him to actually make a bow up. So for this, I add my wits, which is a +1. Six versus a 6 and a 7, so that is a fail. Unfortunately, at this point in time, he was, while he may have made able to make a bow. There were no good pieces of flint to make some arrowheads out of. So he'll have to look for that along the way. I have to pay the price though. So paying the price, make the most obvious negative outcome. Okay, in that case, on a fail, let's 50-50 it. $51 and above, he actually manages to find the needed items to make a bow, but no arrows. Otherwise, he doesn't even have that. 06. Okay, so he doesn't even find the wood is not. The wood is not. He is unable to find the wood that would make a good bow. After spending a few hours having a look, he decides that he will have spent a few hours looking for the materials needed. Being in a land that he is unfamiliar with, wood, as he looks up, the sunlight in the clearing is slowly fading through as the sun dims. And you can see the shafts of sunlight slowly becoming less, and as the sun starts to set. Not wanting to take the risk of journeying or leaving this clearing and traveling through an area unknown during the dark, he is going to actually make camp again. He gets a weak hit. He has a 1 plus his supplies of 4 goes to a 5, which then is, so it beats the 3, but it doesn't beat the 9. I get to choose one, and I think I'm going to just recuperate for the night so my health goes to 3. During the night, while he sleeps soundly, he does wake up every so often, and he feels a little bit unsettled as if something is watching him. He doesn't feel like he's in danger, but it's just a feeling of being watched as he wakes throughout the night. As the sunlight slowly starts to filter through the leaves, Reggie decides that he is going to maybe Vinicia or some of her clan maybe were watching her through the night. So he feels that even though he's not as prepared as he'd like to be, he should be starting to go. So he's going to undertake a journey. Now, when you travel across hazardous or unfamiliar lands, so this is going to be It's close, so it's going to be a dangerous. It should only hopefully take a day or two to get there. I do not share a bond, so I'm not going to get a bonus to this. So he breaks camp and heading off in the direction that Vinicia had told him to. He heads out. So this undertaking a journey is wit, so he'll be adding 1. And I think that's like the... wow. 6 goes to 7, which beats the 4 and the 2 that he has gotten. He has a strong hit. On a strong hit, you reach a waypoint. So it's a dangerous journey. We mark off 2 progress, and we reach a waypoint. If the waypoint is unknown to you, envision it. He's never been here before, so he may as well ask the oracles. $80. So he's encountered. Now that's the coast. $02. That is a ruin of some sort. And 95. It's a civilized ruin. As he heads deeper into the woods, doing his best to follow the directions that Vinicia had given him, he comes across another glade. This one, very much like the one that Vinicia had, is in ruins. The trees are burnt. The grass is scorched. There's nothing here. It's almost as if whatever clan was here, no more. So we've reached a milestone. We've marked our 2 progress. Then we choose, you make good use of your resources, mark progress, which we've done. You move at speed. He's going to use some time to try and scavenge. There's dead wood around. He's going to try and do a resupply roll again, trying to get some sort of missile weapon sort of set up. He's adding wit, so this will be a +1. A 10 and a 5. This area has been, so it's a fail. We have to pay the price. You know what? I think this time I'm just gonna roll. I think if yeah, I'm gonna make a roll. 64. It's harmful. Okay, so while there's nothing alive in this area, as he's looking, he starts to feel his energy draining a little bit. He's going to endure harm. So his health goes from 3 down to 1. Because it's a dangerous. And then he will make a endure harm roll. His health is 1. So 2 goes to a 3, so that beats the 1, so he gets a weak hit. Feeling uneasy as he can feel there's something in the air that is draining the almost the life out of him, the life essence. While he has no affinity for magic, he feels that this isn't natural. The rest of the woods that he's travelled in hasn't felt this way at all. So he, at this point, decides to take his leave and is going to continue on. So he's then going to undertake another journey. Adding wit, we've got a 3, another strong hit, beating the 1 and the 2 that we have. So we've reached another waypoint. Again, let's find out what that waypoint is. Zero 2. Another ruin. And 66. Cold. Ruin and cold. Okay, so as he makes his way deeper into this woods, he encounters another glade. And this glade is there's a chill as he comes up to it. He feels it before he actually sees the glade, and this glade is it's covered in snow and ice, very heavy. He thinks to himself, this is the second clan that has felt the wrath of Lancilia. And he is starting to become concerned. Two glades in ruins. Richie thinks to himself that this Lancilia, she's not a person, she's not somebody that appears to be weak, to be a pushover. And she's obviously quite powerful in magic, because this is, as he looks around and he can see the frozen surroundings. So he's going to push on a little bit deeper, and while here, so he'll mark off 2 more progress, taking him up to 4. So, and then he's going to he's going to fall back on what he knows. He hides in the shadows. he strikes when his foe is weakest. And he's not above using poison and other unsavory acts to get the job done. So he's actually going to make a supply roll a little bit down the road. As he continues on, he'll make another supply roll. This time he's actually looking for herbs. But he's going to use the information that he's never encountered dryads before. His father may have told him, because his father was a famous adventurer. But Reggie was as soon as his father would start to talk, he would tune him out. Blah, blah, blah. This is what I did. Blah, blah, blah. That's what I did. Ding, bling, bling. This is how I saved 1,000 people. Yes, Dad. Yeah, whatever, Dad. You're my hero, Dad. That's how Reggie grew up. But he is going to use the piece of information that Vinicia had said that her power, her magical ability, her power was somehow linked to the trees, to the area. So he's going to look for various roots and weeds and other sort of herbs that will try and will affect the plant life. He's actually going to secure an advantage. This is going to be deception. It's poison. It's stealth. It's poison. So this is deceptive. He's going to be rolling his shadow, which is 3. So 4 goes to 7, beating the 4 and the 5. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so he thinks he has the right herbs. He takes the time and prepares them so he can apply it to the vegetation. So he continues on and undertakes the next part of his journey. He has 3 goes to a 4 and versus a 4 and a 5. His momentum is 3, so he can't even try and get it to a weak hit, so he's going to pay the price. From this vantage point, he can see that slightly ahead of him are a number of skeletons and 1 dryad. There may be a second because she's talking. Quick, we need to hurry up. We were unaware that Vinicia had a secondary glade. We need to go and destroy it. Only then will Lancilia be able to take control of the woods and nobody will be powerful enough to take it from her. Reggie's at a bit of a quandary at the moment. Does he continue on? He thinks he's heading in the right direction. Does he try and go back to warn? And just as they're about to leave his earshot, he hears, if it is a secondary glade, You should be strong enough with those skeletons that you command. I am not needed to assist. She should be feeling weaker and weaker due to her primary glade being destroyed. I am going to head back and ensure that Lancilia is ready. Yes, you're right. You head off. I will continue on. Lancilia will know when I am successful. So he's going to undertake the next step of the journey, but he's going to use his shadow as he's going to try and follow stealthily the dryad. Eight. 5 plus 3 is 8, giving me a strong hit. On a strong hit, you would reach another waypoint. We'll find out what that is, and then that's going to allow me to get 2 more progress. So that takes the progress up to 6. Now let's ask the Oracle what this is going to be. 82. That's the coast. We're in the middle of the woods. We're not having coast. We're going to reroll that. 7. Oh, an outpost. We must be getting closer. So we have an outpost. And 51. Protected. Definitely, I think this must be Lancilia's part of the woods. Reggie is not seen. As he gazes around him, he can see that while there are no, what he would consider normal, protective or barriers that are part of an outpost that he would know of. He can see the vines are intertwined and join, making areas like a wall. There are thorns, thick, large points. As he looks up, he can see that even the trees themselves have formed barriers. They're closer, they're harder to move through, if anybody chose that way to come through. He can't see anybody, but the dryad that he is following, as she moves through a small gap in one of these vine fences, she seems to just sort of do a quick little glance and a nod, seemingly at nobody. At this point, Reggie's going to gather information using wits, which is going to be a +1, trying to see if he can find a way through that is potentially free of danger. Sick. Oh, okay. Wow. He gets a 6, but he gets a double 10, so he's got a match. A match on a fail is not good. He thinks that he has found a way, and he slowly, cautiously enters into this outpost, trying to hug to the outside as much as possible. As he's slowly moving along, he's barely able to stop in time to avoid the spear that was aimed at his throat. He looks up, and that's where we'll leave it for this session. Please join me for the next session of the Darkness Within campaign as we find out what is to become of Reggie. Thank you for joining me.